You're so sexy, 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 sexy. I'm over here wondering if you're feeling me. I feel you, girl. Sexy, sexy, sexy. I wonder how it feels to be with me.
You wanna be with me, I wanna be with you. Ya tiempo para que lo nuestro salga a la luz. Sexy Millal, la que me tira a la quiña, aunque ande con su man, vamos a misionar.
Come over here and let me know your name, boy. Your sexy smile got me checking for the seal. You caught my eyes and I'm seeing if you're single. Do you wanna get to know me? Sexy, 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 sexy. I'm over here wondering if you're feeling me.
I feel you, girl.
Sexy, 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 sexy. I wonder how it feels to be with me.
Me tienes caliente como el pan y me gusta tu mirar, te ves sensual. Pero aunque tengas compromiso, fácilmente te hipnotizo. Sin llegar al cielo, pero tampoco llegamos al piso. Y sin fantasear, vamos a la estratosfera, a lo espacial. Ponte el cinturón pa' que no te vayas a marear, porque este viaje te va a enamorar.
Damn, Poppy, my eyes been on you all night.
Yo, baby boo, you know that I got you.
You know you are so sexy.
Oh, by the way, what's your number?
508, I'm giving away.
Oh, for sure.
Keep it on the low, alright?
Kiana!
Got nutty. The way you look, the way you dress, it has me speechless. I can't wait, won't hesitate to share in your caress. I get the butterflies when you're around me. I'm so curious and wanna take you home with me. Sexy, 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 sexy. I'm over here wondering if you're feeling me.
I feel you, girl.
Sexy, 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 sexy. I wonder how it feels to be with me.
Con Guille de Mago nos vamos a desaparecer, llegando al mundo de la fantasía, para que te des de cuenta que entre tú y yo, mujer, el mundo vamos a recorrer en primera clase, para que nuestras pasiones se puedan desenvolver. Y no es nada raro en cómo todo empezó. Tú me gustaste y yo te gusté. Ahora es que es cámara, luces, acción. Y ten cuidado que el volcán está haciendo erupción.
Sexy, sexy.
How are we gonna do it today? Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. Let us see. Yeah, I gotta say that I told you in the beginning of the year. I told you. I'm sorry, I kind of like being under the weather. You know. So my voice might be a little raspy. You know what I'm saying? You just change your weather, you know, springtime, having a lot of fun. Listen, I told ya in the beginning of the year, in the very first live streams, I think I went hard, like in the very first boom, 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 whole bunch of live streams to let y'all know what's up, to see, you know, y'all understand where we at. Sound. Might 1 check 1 2 1 2. Let me know. Let me know how the sound is doing. I'm not yelling too much. It's like my voice, but let me know if y'all could hear me pretty good. Glad to see Amy Conway. Glad to see Top Petite. Glad to see you, Joanne, early. Glad to see you, Nothing Half Ass. Glad to see y'all here. Listen, it's an honor for me to have. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate. A little low. Yeah, I'm not yelling. That's probably why. But yeah, big shout out to Amy Conway, big shout out to Todd, big shout out to Nothing Half Ass. Very appreciated. You know, even if we spend 5 minutes, if we spend an hour, we spend 11 hours. It's a pleasure to be here when I have the opportunity to be here, though. It's very appreciated. I told you in the beginning of the year, I went hard in the beginning of the year, bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Let you know what's up. You know, we still got the true crime chat room. We still got that in the making. So today we're talking about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. We're gonna go through the footage of the court hearing. We uploaded the footage. Big shout out to Judge John Judge. Big shout outs to him that has allowed us to have the footage of the latest court hearing. Big shout out to them for allowing us to have the latest hearing on our channel. It's an honor. It is very appreciated having the opportunity to get the benefit of the doubt. Thank you, John Judge. Judge. Very appreciated. Let's see. There's quite a few topics out there. Listen, I told you I'm a fucker rehab, right? But it's like y'all see me dropping videos and shit. Listen, I told y'all the reason why I'm not been going live much because I'm focusing on my craft, on my career, YouTube as a content creator. Due to that, I've been on the entertainment business for years and years. I'm just doing a little retreat. I'm focusing on the studio. I'm focusing on my editing skills. I'm focusing on creating better content. So I'm more like this year, just this year's is gonna be video based. It's gonna be a lot of video based. And hopefully when we go live, the people that missed us, the On Point family, comes and gather. And of course, you know, I will have it scheduled so y'all get the notification, all that good stuff. But we're gonna focus on the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. We could leave all that other extracurricular fun for later. We trying to We try to shut it down. That's what we do. We try to shut it down. It's always. We try to shut it down this year. We try to create the best content possible with the best concepts and the best ideas. Again, y'all know we have 9 channels on the whole network. That right now, again, I'm in the studio flexing, doing my work, preparing things, you know, sharpening my skills on editing and mastering the craft. Yes. Big shout out to Joanne. Big shout out to Joanne from Utah. Joanne always bring the vibes. Big shout out to Joanne. Thank you for being here. Joanne for Utah. Big shout out to Joanne. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let me see what we got here. It's a lot to learn. I'm living some new programs too. Always more up. Yes, nothing half-assed. Right now I'm trying to work on some 3D. I'm trying to get into the film side of things, you know. Again, I just want to make sure that as a content creator I grow to give a better product, to have better conversations, to have better analysis, and just shut shit down. Just, you know what I mean? Because, you know, for people to proclaim certain titles on certain things in life, you gotta be good at it. You you gotta be good at it. Listen, unfortunately, in true crime, unfortunately, for those that don't like the fuckery in true crime, listen, the fuckery is here, is not going nowhere. Listen, the fuckery here ain't going nowhere. Listen, I have tried fuckery rehab and all this shit, you know, try to apply myself, you know, into a better atmosphere, or, you know, let's just leave these bumps alone and yada yada yada, meditating with the kumbaya and try to sit back, relax, and sit with the pinky up and just, you know, act like they not even there and shit. But you know, I came here. Y'all know for what I came here for. Bring justice to the real victims. Bring justice to the real victims, right? And catch the fakes and the content creators. And man, oh man, listen, this whole week, and listen, we're not talking about in the whole past month. Listen, I got clips after clips and videos to put out. Listen, I've been at the studio like just I'm at the studio like you just see a whole bunch of Idaho full Bryan Kohberger content creators They just eating each other up. Oh, they just eating each other up. They just don't like each other. They just like what? That's all you hear. You just hear cats hissing and shit. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, let the fuckery come in waves. So we're gonna put a new definition of at the phrase "it's over." We're gonna big shout out to Piper Boy Williams. I stole it from him. That's my guy. I like his content, man. He's very funny, very very cool. Big shout out to Piper Boy Williams. Um, but we're gonna focus today. Again, let's just leave. I just wanted to give you a heads up. The fuckery is not going nowhere. So it's like, you know what? You know when other content creators, right? They just watching Jrod on point and they like walking on eggshells and shit and like on tippy toes, just like listen, listen, I told you, leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna break your back. In YouTube, I'll break you. I told you, leave me the fuck alone. Listen, our community make us look good because you don't see none of our community going out there to other communities and look stupid out there, like talking on some weirdo shit. Because everyone that you see on this chat room, they go to anyone else's chat room and they look good. They look good. They just look good. They go, they have a conversation, they understand, they analyze the thing, and just get to work. So anyway, I just wanted to put it out there, she just wanted to put it in your ear. I just wanted to put it in your ear. I might be working today, but you have no idea. Big shout out to everyone watching the Jrod Point. But we're gonna focus today for what we're here for. Let's just, for God's sake, please, let's just honor the title. We're gonna be talking about Idaho 4, the Bryan Kohberger case, man. This case, man. Listen, I for the first time ever, I'm not gonna share who called. I'm not gonna share who called me last night. But big shout out to that person. He or she, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you if it was a guy or a woman, a man or a female. I just want to leave it alone. But when someone call you, they haven't called you for a long time. Yes, nothing have asked. Karma keep coming like, oh my God. Listen, it's something I don't play with. It's karma. Listen, I'm a good man, good dad, good husband. I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm listen. As long as I'm doing my job at home, everything else is bonuses. But thank you, Johan. Appreciate you though. Again, that's the main focus, you know. Focus de la familia. Everything else here in YouTube and in the entertainment business, and he's all levels. He's all levels, you know. And listen, you see, something that I don't like to do. I don't listen. I have been very clear. I came here to YouTube true crime, and I didn't came here to give you no fake stories. I didn't came here to talk to you about things that are not reachable. You know what I mean? So when you lie, listen, I'm gonna tell like this. I'm gonna start the live stream about the Idaho 4 and the 45 minutes. I'm gonna start the live stream saying, as a content creator, you have the responsibility that the people that are actually watching you, the people that you subscribers and randoms, they are gonna see you content, future subscribers and whatnot, see you lying after lying after lying after lying. And we're talking about right now, listen, that let's put to the side the fuckery side of true crime, because that's a whole different thing. They're talking about the case. This, who cares about what they say about Jrod, or who cares about what they say about anyone else out there? Who cares? For those that know, I'm here to have true crime conversations with you, analysis, break down situations, possibilities. What's the chances? I want to make sure that y'all understand that again. Yes, I'm here for other goods. Here in this channel, this is a true crime based channel. And for those content creators in YouTube true crime that don't understand what true crime is all about, true crime content creation in YouTube. If you don't know that in true crime, we're not just here to make sure that we bring some peace and justice somehow to the victims, the real victims. We're not here to talk about the victims wannabe or the victim mentality, or we're not here to pacify the victims wannabe. We don't have no room for you here in this spaceship. We don't. We understand and we know real victims. So this Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, we've seen a lot of new content creators to start it. Because again, me, I've been here for what, two some years. I had the first channel, Jrod on Point. By the time it got terminated, it had 2.3K subs. Big shout outs to y'all. Hopefully y'all all come back soon. Right now we are 1.09. We're in the 1090s. I appreciate you. For those that came back Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Y'all know the story. And for those new subscribers, welcome home. Thank you for giving us the opportunity of talking to you. So without further ado, Joanne, Amy, Todd, Nothing Half-Ass, and everyone else that likes to have a conversation about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Let's have it now. Before we review the court film, what about if we having a quick basics? Quick basics of the case. What do we know? Let me see. Who's motivated in the chat? Let me know in the chat. Let's interact. Let's do it interactive. I would love for y'all to participate if you like to. What's the first thing that we all knew about the Idaho Fall case? One of the very first things they will share about this case in the very early stages. If anyone in the chat, listen, we have all night. We good. Just think for a second. What was one of those things they will share? I'll wait. Thank you, Amy. Yep. And you're right, Amy. That was one of the things. 8 hours. And the way the information about the 911 call, it was like, I don't know if y'all felt what I felt. Cause you have to know how to process what is being told to you. You can't just hear. You gotta listen. Must speed up on the comments. You know what? Let's do what we always do. Let's do what we always do. Let's You just want to make sure that cameras line up. Man, little stuff like this is part of content creation, like setting up your cameras and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember we used to do this all the time. And just share the chat. Share the chat. All right, so where we at, ladies? Hold on. Okay. Okay, here we go. One of the first things that we knew was the time that it took for the 911 call. It was very particular. It was very particular. It was very particular in the way they shared that information. That how long it took for the 911 call to take place. But what people is not talking about is that they also add to it the reason why the 8 hours to call 911 was because Dylan Mortensen was in the first floor in Bethany's room, and they both slept through everything. They didn't see, they didn't hear nothing. They allegedly woke up, texted or call their friends. Due to that they didn't respond, then they call their friends to come to the house, and that's how they found the victims. So they make the people think this isn't the very first stages of the public information shared to the community, to the true crime community. That this incident occurred, and the reason why it was a lap of 7.5 to 8 hours, the law enforcement didn't have no knowledge of what happened in these residents. And we're talking about the Idaho 4 case, Bryan Kohberger, at the address and location of the 1122 Queens Road, Moscow, Idaho. I totally understand that the content creators out there keep mentioning the address as 1122 Kings Road. I totally understand the y'all glitch, not me. Y'all glitch. They glitch you. I'm not glitch. I understand reality and what it is, and I'm gonna call it for what it is, not for what they want me to call it. Actually ask yourself, what could be the reason of they try to make you think that this murder happened in the 1122 Kings Road, which is a whole different location. Just think about for a second. What's the reason the content creators keep calling it 1122 Kings Road when the actual fact is that the address of that residence is 1122 Queens Road? Because the driveway, okay, basic common sense, the driveway of the residence, it don't matter whatever you want to say of the reason why you still glitch and calling it 1122 Kings Road, which makes no sense. If your driveway of your residence is pointing at Queens Road, you are Queens Road. You're not a Kings Road. Okay? So I keep making, yeah, I know they no research, they just going with narratives. And again, just I want people to think why and the reasons of the narratives. What's the reason of it? Why they keep calling it 1122 Kings Road when it's not a fact? This is what I'm saying, that even in the paperwork in court, this is how we know this is all a sham. This come on, man. Like, listen, this cannot get no easier. Just think about it for a second. Someone is blaming you of killing 4 individuals and they try to kill you for it. And they tell you that you killed these people in 1122 Kings Road, when, let's say, if that was truth, that Bryan Kohberger killed these victims, if indeed that is, so it's like the court is telling him, and he knows, like, no, I killed these people in 1122 Kings Road. If that was the case, don't you think he's gonna tell Ann Taylor, like, listen, you cannot give me a death sentence for killing 4 people in the wrong address? What? Have anyone thought about that? Have anyone thought about the repercussions in court in a case? When they try to give you a death penalty case for killing 4 people in a residence that you was not. It's like Bryan Kohberger telling the court, like, you try to say that I killed these people in 1122 Kings Road. But that I know of, not saying I did, but that I know of, the 4 victims were located at 1122 Queens Road. So how can you in court push paperwork with the wrong address? What? Listen, true crime is easy. This is shit easy, bro. Like, People say, oh, this case is so complicated, it's so intricate. No, they making it complicated and intricate, but it's not. It's not. It's not. So one of the first things that they shared with the community was the 8 hours they took from the 911 call, and the reasons were because Dylan Mortensen slept through the event in Bethany Funk's room. Never thought of that, Amy. This is why I'm here, to render my services to you in the community. This is what I'm here for. You're welcome. But this is what I'm here for, to give you the perspective of my perspective. I cannot sit here and share with you what other people is talking about, because yeah, we could see here. Let's see, it shouldn't be municipal, since even an error should toss a legal search warrant. All right. Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to be. Listen, this is legal process. Like people acting in legal process. It's okay to make mistakes. No, it's not okay. In court, in all legal process, your mistakes has a consequence. And 9 times out of 10, those consequences is that if even you have the right person, that person might walk because you messed up. Because you messed up your work. You put the wrong address, or where the incident happened. Little stuff like that, that means something. That means that the prosecution don't care enough to give the proper respect to the merits of this case. The prosecution don't respect the transcript. Okay? It's very, very simple. Little stuff like that could make a guilty person walk. And people don't see, like, listen, man, I told you, I told you from the beginning, since the same day that they caught Kohberger, I told you that's not the guy. We'll get there, how I got to that conclusion. We'll get there. Which I already share it, but it's like everything in life. Sometimes you gotta feed the knowledge in a way that you will understand, that you understand the community is digesting that information and retaining intel out of that information, that it might help them, for them to understand something that they not. Or they probably had a question about certain things, and just because I share my perspective of it, they'd be like, oh wow, I never thought about that. Well, that's what I'm here for. You're welcome. You know, we're just here to have conversations, you know. But having the tough conversations is the way to go. We cannot sit here and just sugarcoat shit. For what? Listen, I'm not here for people to like me. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here, and I want to repeat it because I mean it. I'm not here for you to like me. If you like me as a content creator, it's because you seen something within my presentation, within my soul, within in the way I talk, within whatever you see in me that told you, like, you know what, you gotta give that guy a subscribe and a like. Thank you for all those that decided to stick around, because believe me, Amy and many others like Joanne and many of the others like Todd, many others that I appreciate so much, that I miss talking to you. You have things to do, I have things to do. Thank you, Amy, I appreciate you. But in the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case, people still missing the fact of the information that was shared to the true crime community and the sleuthers available like myself. Because by the time this case came up, I was just coming out the Kiely Rodni case. And when I mean coming out, it's just putting a pause to the Kiely Rodni content, to let things develop, to give it some rest. And even when I uploaded, some material that we already had, and we just re-uploaded it, we're still working with the material. It is very, very good content, and we'll still share that many other times. But it was some comments where we totally understand, and they was like, let it be. What I'm gonna let be? Let be what? When I know an injustice, it looks more probable than an accident. I'm not gonna stay quiet. In the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case, I see the injustice. I see in the way the state of Idaho, the court, the police investigation, why you have so many higher ranked law enforcement agencies, bigger, badder, better, more credited than the little itty bitty 35 man force of friends, of buddies, of frat boys, because that's what it is. A whole bunch of frat boys as a police force. their own an allegiance and their own loyalty to the University of Idaho because they vandals. You live a vandal, you die a vandal. Whatever sorority, or fraternity you're from, you take that wherever you go. Are you a cop, you're a frat boy. You're a judge, you're a frat boy. You're a prosecutor, you're a frat boy. You're a public defender, you're a frat boy or sorority lady. You owe loyalty to the University of Idaho. That's your church. That's for what you live and for what you die. Because without the University of Idaho and their machinery, you don't get no future. Without the fraternities and sororities and the University of Idaho, all those youngins in that university will not have a future without those fraternities. They know that. Big shout out to Rod Shock. Big shout out to Rod Shock. She watching. She resub, but we have it for like, you know, we having the live streams for people to be here for a week. I think it's fair because a lot of people like to subscribe just for the live stream and then unsubscribe. You know, if you want to do that, you do that somewhere else. Like if you here, I want you to be here because you want to be here. Because you want to talk to us. Because you want to have conversations. Because you want to be part of the chat. Because you want to come here and speak your piece and protect your peace while you're at it. You know? So yeah, we have it for a week. You know, if you're being a week here, you're welcome. You know what I mean? I thought about a month and stuff like that. I was like, nah, a week tryout. You giving me a week tryout, I'm giving you a week tryout. And I think that's fair. So big shout out to Rock Shock. Very appreciated. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Big shout out to Rock Chalk. Let's get back to the topic. It's very important to always go back to the very beginning, the very first narrative that he was put out there. And I still have it on the screen from Amy Conway. It was 8-hour delay to for this 911 phone call, give the alert to the authorities about the tragedy. One of the biggest tragedy in I believe in the whole Idaho. Because I believe they, for whatever they reporting, their numbers on crime incidents and stuff like that is almost to none. So something like this happening after 7 years or whatnot is a very impactful situation. Especially when it's a random situation. We could tell this was random. And when I mean random, it just happened. Why is random? Because the people that you thought it wouldn't hurt you, the same people that you thought they would never hurt you, is the same people that snapped and got you killed. We could tell within the details and the information that they share. They understood that that story wouldn't fly. Bethany Funk knew right away if she cooperated on anything for the cause of the vandals of the University of Idaho. She said, I'm not going back to those demons. Don't you think Bethany Funk is sitting there already knowing everything that happened and who did it? Don't you think that Dylan Mortensen? Come on, man. Let's be clear. I'm not here to play. Y'all want to do the true crime play? I did not came here to play. All information that I gather, I have shared with the authorities. Full name display, full info. I don't have nothing to hide. I even tell them that I'm a content creator in true crime. I'm an internet super sleuther. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's right, Amy. The reason why Bethany Funk pulled the tail out, and she seen the window. She seen a very small window. She seen a very small window of opportunity to get out. When she seen what happened to Maddie being her big sister in the sorority, Bethany Funk, knowing what she knows at the level that she is within the sorority and within the ranks of the Greek life, within the ranks of the University of Idaho. Yeah, the neighbors, they all Greek life. Let's make this clear. Listen, we are not talking about unknown neighbors. This is not unknown neighbors. Guys, please, I want to make sure that everyone in true crime understand that even in the news stations that were there foot on the ground. Day one. They made an emphasis very clear that this is not just any community, because everyone in this whole block are all Greek life community. This is the Greek life community. That means that everyone knows everyone. If anything happened within, stays within. You live a vandal, you die a vandal. I want you to ask anyone from the vandal community if those words are part of their vocabulary. You live a vandal and you die a vandal. Don't you think as soon as Bethany Funk seen that window of opportunity for her to get out, knowing what she knows, it's like, dude, you just did this to Maddie and her friends? Because just because they roommates, that don't mean they are best friends. Yeah, Joanne, I totally agree with you. Don't you think that as soon as Bethany Funk, yes, Joanne, don't you think I'm keeping the Amy Conway comment because I want to focus on this. I want to focus on the 8 hours targeted 8 hours. Yes, and the crime and passion. I want to focus on this. Okay? So please be patient and follow me. Because as you well know, everything will come back full circle. And we love when it hit full circle, because when something hit full circle, it's a confirmation. It's a confirmation that the train of thought is successful. The train of thought is successful. You're thinking it hit different. Yeah. It hit different when it comes around full circle. When Bethany Funk seen that small window to get out, she had to decide between her life or their life. She picked her life. And I command Bethany Funk for boom out of there. I don't know if she's still part of the sorority. If anyone out there from our super sleuthers, moderators, if anyone out there want to go and look for that, at least on my personal, I'm not interested to look for that information at the moment. not needed at the moment. But if anyone want to search that, you go ahead and give me the heads up, just at least to have it there as food for thought. Dylan Mortensen said on her first alibi, and let's start there. Let's make that very clear and cut the bullshit. Is a reason why Dylan Mortensen needs an alibi that she gave. Is a reason why Dylan Mortensen had to provide a first alibi to Moscow PD. If you don't have a reason for an alibi, you just don't give one and you shut up. Ain't no one forcing you to talk to the cops, and 9 times out of 10 when you're talking to the cops, it's because it's convenient for you. Bars. Dropping jewels on you. And it's the truth. Dropping jewels on you, I have to, because I love ya. I have to tell you these things because I love ya. If I didn't love ya, I didn't care. If I didn't care for the whole world, I wouldn't be hearing YouTube telling you all this shit for you to pick my brains and apply whatever is applicable to your life. Probably one day you're just gonna realize that watching Jrod on point, damn, like now I'm even thinking better. You don't know. But you gotta give yourself the opportunity of come here to this platform, click like, subscribe, sit back and enjoy the show. Keep you critical mind. Keep you critical mind. You positive criticism. Keep it always there. Keep it always there because that's always healthy. You just gotta be patient. Dylan Mortensen needed an alibi way before Bryan Kohberger. Who the fuck you talking to? What? I don't need to sit here with a whole bunch of papers to show you what. You know why I'm sharing in my screen? My beloved moderators and my beloved subscribers talking in the chat when they do. But that's for me while I'm putting my work, while I'm displaying my work. I love to see our chat room being part of the conversation. That's why we share it. So like that, y'all can see not just in the comment section, but also on the screen. Because I'm very, very proud of our community, though. I am. Great community. Everywhere they go, every other chat room that they go and visit, they look good. I don't even tell them because they know they're free to go wherever they go. You know, they know. All our moderators and subscribers go like, I don't care if you go wherever you go, any chat room, you know, But I also tell him, if I see you in chat rooms with people talking shit about me, if you say that you love and appreciate Jrod On Point and the work that Jrod On Point put on his content, and you know certain content creators like to tell lies about me, and listen, they make themselves look stupid talking about me, dude. And knowing that, you're gonna go to their chat room to talk about what? When you know that content creator don't like me for whatever reason, been lying. Because man, listen, if you tell any truth about me, then goddamn, at least you're telling the truth. I could respect that. But when you sit there and you run your mouth on a whole bunch of stupid shit, they not just make you look stupid, but it also helps me, you idiot. Because when you lie about me and people come to my channel and they see exactly what's going on, you just bringing me subscriptions. You just bringing your people to my side of the fence because you're a dumbass. Enough for that for now. But going back to where we need to be. Dylan Mortensen needed an alibi way before the Bryan Kohberger. But y'all said that Bryan Kohberger alibi is fucking stupid. Again, I don't have to sit here and you know, have a whole bunch of papers and stuff and putting it on the fucking lamp and for you to shit, fuck that shit, dude. Big shout outs to you, and I hope you get 100,000 subscribers soon. But guess what? You're wasting your fucking time. You do better when you sit here and watch my videos. That's when you do better. So I don't sit there and bore you with paperwork. I'd rather just sit. Listen, man. I'd rather just spend hours reading paperwork and then come and turn on my camera and do too that I'm fully aware and soak in. I'm showered in. I'm dipped in the topic. I could sit here and talk to you. I could sit here and just break it down to you because I already done my homework. I don't have to sit here and do my homework while I'm in camera. The fuck? That just means that you do your homework while on camera because you don't have time to do homework outside of the camera time. So then you gotta be with the paperwork. Oh yeah, this is the paperwork. Just fuck out of here with the paper. Big shout out to Lana. Big shout out to Lana. Keep doing what you're doing. Doing a good job though. You're welcome. Dylan Mortensen needed an alibi way before Bryan Kohberger. Who the fuck you talking to? And Bryan Kohberger's alibi is weak. And Ann Taylor don't know what she's doing. The Bryan Kohberger is fucked. Listen, and the only way these men is gonna be fucked and burned to death. I mean, not that they're gonna burn him to death, but you know what I'm saying. And the only way these men, these total stranger, not knowing nothing, not of nothing, and the only way they will give these men a guilty sentence for a DP for this case is if everyone is in cahoots. Everyone, and I mean everyone and anyone inside of that courthouse. The whole process to select the jury is compromised. Bill Thompson compromised. Ann Taylor compromised. Judge compromised. The clerk compromised. And if they are all compromised, Chief Fry compromised, everyone, everything and anything that he has to do with this case is compromised. Everyone is in it. And sometimes I sit here and think that even Kohberger is in it with them. Just to run a quick psyop, you know, let's just diverse everyone to Kohberger, waste a year or two, let's do 3 years, wasting our time with Kohberger and stuff while everything else is happening on the background. Let's do 2 years. 2 years and wrap it up. They tell Kohberger, you give me 2 years of your life and I'll make sure that for the rest of your fucking life you'll pay. Just give me 2 years of your life. You wanted to work for us, right? Didn't you apply for us? Yes. Oh, yes, sir. Okay. So this is what I need you to do. You're gonna sit there on that 6x9. Listen, you're gonna go home. Before we do all this shit, we're gonna let you go home before you spend the next 2 years of your life locked up. You're gonna go home. You're gonna kick it with your family because you're gonna miss them. You're gonna kick it for them for a little bit. We're gonna come and pick you up. We're gonna skip all legal process on Pennsylvania because actually that's exactly what they did. They skipped all legal Pennsylvania process for extradition, and they flew him back. Oh yeah, I wanna skip my extradition. I wanna skip my extradition process. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, man, if that was me, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Listen, I'm staying here in Pennsylvania. Listen, we are dragging the whole state of Idaho to the Pennsylvania court. And y'all motherfuckers better show me the reason why y'all here bothering me. Do you understand how serious life is? Yeah. Unreal. Sometimes I sit here and think like, is it everyone in cahoots? And the answer that I don't want to give myself, it shines all over it. And it's yes. It's a big chance that everyone is in cahoots. I mean, everyone. Even the news media outlets. Listen, the connections of the University of Idaho, don't forget that they have a media department. So that goes all the way to the tippity top. of the entertainment business. Paramount Plus is already covering internet sleuthers. And they picked JLR, Bullhorn Betty, like this is not a hit piece against us. They act like they looking good, but they looking bad at the same time. Of all people, you're gonna pick and choose JLR and Bullhorn Betty. Of all people. And you could tell that in the way they bring him to the platform, Paramount is not making them look good at all. It's giving them the exposure, but it's not making them look good at all. They, by themselves and just being who they are, shining the light on them is not making us look good. It's weird. And y'all know it's the truth. What JLR is doing is weird. He put the footwork. He's everywhere. He bring his content. He's a little foot soldier going looking for the news and shit. But the narrative that he's pushing in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case is a narrative that they utilizing him to push that narrative. Out of him pushing that narrative, look at where it got him to. It got him all the way up to Paramount Pictures to be on a documentary. Even a UK documentary. So you could tell that the powers to be are behind the narrative because it comes all the way from the tippity top of the University of Idaho. So of course they're gonna highlight the people that he said that Bryan Kohberger is guilty because that's what they need. The people to think that Bryan Kohberger had anything to do with the shit. Because that's the narrative that they force feeding people. They want you to believe that Bryan did it. But they don't want to tell you why. Ain't that stupid? I want you to think, just because I'm saying it, you need to trust us that Bryan Kohberger is guilty. I'm just not going to tell you how I know. What? How many other criminal cases right now as we speak, they just happened this past week? We know that the people that they pointing at, we know they rap. Madeline Soto, her stepdad, we know that's a rap. He did it. He's a rap. And the Delphi case, that Richard Allen, we believe the guy is innocent. They're using him in the same way Bryan Kohberger, they're using Bryan Kohberger. And it's all powers to be. The Kiely Rodni case, Delphi case, and the Idaho 4 case has all high interest people in high places. Especially if the people in high places have something to do with politics or the Justice Department or Education Department or Health Department. If you are linked to these departments of government, 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to kill and get away with it. Yep. So I'm gonna keep repeating it because sometimes people need to keep listening to it because it's like sometimes people act like they don't hear it. You know what I mean? Dylan Mortensen needed an alibi way before the Bryan Kohberger. The alibi that she gave to Bosco PD was the reason why of the wait for the report of the incident was because they slept through. And they woke up when they woke up early morning or around 10, text their friends. They didn't, they didn't answer back or whatnot. They called their friends to come over and see what's up. And then that's how the 911 call happened. That was the first narrative. But as soon as she changed that narrative right after I talked to them, tell them exactly what they need to be looking at, because obviously they needed help, right? Obviously they request and they begging for information from the community because they don't know what's going on. But their community is a self-centered unified nucleum that doesn't mess around with anyone outside of their circle. So of course you're gonna ask for help to the community, because the community that you are talking to is the public. So you're talking for the cameras. You're just talking for the cameras. For those outside of the circle. For those that don't know how close the Greek life community is. They all fraternity and sorority related, and they are the overseeing power. Everyone in that community on that block, where the victims got killed, everyone knows everyone, and everyone belongs to the Greek life community. So they all have attachments to the University of Idaho. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She lied many times, and we could tell that she's just lying. And they allowing her to lie because they have full control of what's going on. Where else this type of shit happen? Where else? In Truckee, Delphi, many other cases. But I want to focus on the ones that I'm covering. Yes, nothing have asked. Yes, the pyramid companies funding the projects, yes. And they're all part, they listen, all these people, they all know each other. All these people, they're in the same communities, in the same churches, they go to the same places, to the same golf clubs, to the same, everywhere. Same arenas and stuff like that. Same mansion parties and stuff like that. This is not unknown people, guys. This is why we have to focus on the information that they have provided, because the problem here is that they went as it goes. And I'm gonna repeat that. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. They went as it goes. They pushed the first narrative. Let's see if that worked. They see the comeback of that narrative. They add up a little bit to that. Whenever they see that the narrative didn't work, oh, let's skip that. Let's not talk about that no more. Let's put something on top of that. And we keep them entertained with something. The problem here is that due to this was a random attack from known individuals to the victims. And you see my face. I'm not kidding. Let's go back when they share, because I'm gonna hit you upside the head with it. Because it's not that difficult. It's just people miss details. Dylan Mortensen told Moscow PD, I slept through it and I was on Bethany Funk's room. Bethany Funk said, hell no. I seen what you did to Maddie, and that's my big sister of the sorority. I already know what you're gonna do to me if I stay here. Me knowing now, my life is in jeopardy. And I believe that she left the state the same day too. I believe, little birdie told me in my ear, I believe that Bethany Funk left Idaho the same day. Yes, nothing half-assed. Let's be serious. This was a random attack from known individuals to the victims. It's in the only way the whole house would be in total control. That's why in the same way the whole house was in full control, and we know who was controlling the house. Because they have the power to be in that residence partying and having fun while the owners are not even there, while the apartment holders are not even there. So that means it's certain fraternity guys, some fraternity individuals with some sorority ladies that are actually running the show. Because for you to have the power to come to my apartment while I'm not there, for you to do whatever you want, and I'm cool with that. Well, I believe that that was why the change of locks. This is why I believe the change of locks. Because in that apartment, the fraternities had a hold on that house. That was their house. That was their party house. They run this shit. And I believe that they probably bully the residents into believe that. Thank you, Joanne. Yes. Listen, guys. I've been telling ya. It's ways to send a message to a community to keep that community under control. And the only way to keep that community under control, unfortunately, is through violence. To let you know, like, well, you see what I did to this fool, right? And I'm getting away with it, right? What the fuck you think is gonna happen to you? Those college students that went back after that happened, they all tied up. They all tied up. Because they know if they don't come back to college, it's a wrap. That their whole life is ruined. They will get pick and choose to be the ones that kill these people. That's why the silence about the grub truck. When big shout out to Kara, Kara said it very clear. That's my daughter. Very clear. Many times. Until it got to the point that her knowing that that was her daughter at the grub truck. Now that she was for sure that that was her daughter. Now we focus their attention on why the students of the University of Idaho around her daughter didn't spoke and told the authorities where they were with Hannah. That was her daughter. She heard her voice. She's seeing her feminism. She's seeing her daughter's traits. She heard her voice. Any mother that hear their child, listen, I hear my kids from far away, and I know which one of all my kids is it. Do you understand me? I've been developing and breaking this case that fuck up since very early stages. Unfortunately, the news that I have for you about the Idaho 4 and Bryan Kohberger case are not the news that you want to listen to, or are not the news that you want to hear, or at least the news that you expecting, because it's not going to be a forever ever happy ending. It's not. I'm giving you all the bad news now to see if letting you know about all the bad news and everything that is literally we could see it. To see if what we talk about here will reach out the ears of the right people, so the right people understand that us out here, we know what's going on. It gets even worse when the ones that are talking to you and telling you that they know what's going on are within and telling you, I'm watching what you're doing and I don't like it. I'm telling you someone within like myself, that you should expect lots of people behind me and in front of me. I'm telling you, I'm watching what y'all doing, and I don't like it. Because the message that you send into the community is not the message that it needs to be sent to the community at all whatsoever. When you do things right by the program, and you stick by the program for what the program was made of, not to apply your own twist of your own fuckery, your own personal fuckery interest, utilizing government agency or a government college. Like you using your positions in the administrations of government for your own personal use. It's like we seen that how in the heck the president of the University of Idaho, that he has to fucking answer to a whole bunch of people in the government. He had to answer to a whole bunch of people. And how as someone like this guy has the power to utilize his public position for personal and private financing gain. That I know of in government, when you work for a government entity like a college and stuff like that, it's a lot of people supervising that shit. And even though you're the president of that institution, you don't mean shit, because the government still runs you. And it's a lot of shit that you need to do as the president of the University of Idaho to make sure your hands are clean. I want to be very, very clear. People don't get it. Donald Trump is one of the most powerful men around the world. And I'm going to repeat. Donald Trump is one of the most powerful men around the world. And you see how the FBI and the United States government are pinching him, right? What makes anyone within under the umbrella think that we cannot fuck you up too? It don't matter who the fuck you are. You under our umbrella, you get your day if you don't act right. It don't matter who the fuck you are. It don't matter wherever you at. If you fucked up, even if you don't fucked up, but they just want to fuck with you, they will get you. It don't matter who you are or how much money you have. I'm gonna repeat. Donald Trump is one of, if not the one most powerful man in all United States and the world. And you see how the FBI and the government are pinching him. What the fuck you think they'll do to Green? If they pinch Green or something crazy, they'll make the umbrella look bad. They'll get him too. They'll get him. They'll get anyone under him and above him. Listen, when the FBI come, even though we don't trust them as far as we could throw them, Well, when the FBI comes, it's a fucking rat. It's a rat. It don't matter who you are. Those boys knock on the door. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You know, it's crazy to say when FBI Washington knows what's going on. It's crazy to say the FBI headquarters in Washington are fully aware of what's going on. How do I know? I don't know. I guess I'm a no one. I guess I'm just a no one from True Crime, right? Who the fuck am I? Right? Who the fuck am I, right? To know this type of shit. Don't you think at this day today, FBI know what's going on? They investigated the case, guys. They only I hate knowing half of the shit that I know. I swear. I guess that's why my whole purpose of sharing it with y'all, because it makes me feel better. Sharing what I know with y'all. I guess at least just I could get it out of my chest, and at least I know that I tried. I don't know. I guess I'm doing it for reality, to not be zombified by the legacy media that wants everyone to believe whatever they pushing just so they show the masters the program works. I want to be clear, and Dylan Mortensen needed an alibi way before Bryan Kohberger. What that tells you. This is how we know this is an inside job. Is no evidence of an investigative body against the inner circle. I know televisions, I know. Do you understand me? The only reason why she got it passed, yeah, the inner circle. The only reason why she got it passed when the officers seen how big was like the wait for authorities to get to being called was because they slept through on the first floor in Bethany's room. When they woke up around 10 o'clock, 9, 10, whatever they're talking about, to make it look good. But we know for conversations out there, that it was people that had knowledge about what occurred in these residents previous the 911 call. What else you need to know that this was an inside job? What else you need to know that there's more chances that the inner circle killed them than Bryan Kohberger? A patsy. Dylan Martinson said her first alibi was, I slept through it. I was in the first floor, sleeping in Bethany's room. Because again, she couldn't say that she was in the room across the hall from Bethany's room. She needed Bethany. She needed Bethany for her alibi. Thank you, Amy. The cops give him a pass because they allegedly they slept through it. They woke up, called their friends, didn't want to explore any. Oh, they said they tried to open the door. Come on, all these other, come on, man. All these other stories that don't fit. Dylan Mortensen said that she was on the first floor. Didn't hear, didn't see nothing. Few days after I had my conversation with Moscow PD, and they knew I was about to talk about this because I told them, ain't nothing that you could do neither. Now we having Dylan Mortensen saying, oh, forget about what I said before. Why? Because Bethany was not with the bullshit. Bethany was not with the bullshit. Bethany knew if I comply to this narrative and I become her alibi, they will kill me too one day. That day she realized, you kill my big sorority sister. What you think it will happen to me? And that's Bethany Funk speaking. Just think about it for a second. You a pledge. You try to join the sorority. But the same people that's supposed to be part of the program, and we all vandals and we all stay together, we live and die together, literally, because I don't know, someone told me that vandals only die in hands of vandals. Someone told me that vandals die only by the hands of God and the hands of a vandal. So that's comments that are running around Moscow, Idaho. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I hear. That a vandal only dies through the hand of God or the hands of another vandal. And that's okay. Bethany Funk knew if she cooperated to be Dylan Mortensen's alibi, they would have killed her too. Because if they did that to Maddie, that she was already within the program, her knowing that the only people that could have come to that house to kill these people is people within. Kiely had her disputes with Jack D. Maddie had her disputes with Showalter. Have you ever heard the words toxic relationships? Toxic relationships. Have you ever heard the term toxic relationships? Maddie and Kiely have their own issues with their boyfriends or ex-boyfriends. The same night of the incident, Ethan get in the fight with Loach. We don't know how bad that fight was. What we do know for a fact that Santa called Kara and told Kara about the event. I asked Kara kind of like to get some time in. Do you remember at what time she calls you? Well, she believed that it was around close to 1 o'clock. This is Santa's mom. Then again, I don't know, she's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's people that feel however they feel about her, but in reality, she's a mother. She's suffering the loss of her child. She's fighting her own demons. But at the same time, man, she's the only parent that is actually calling the whole community out. She's calling the college out. She's calling Moscow PD out. And she's the only one from all the parents that's not getting no help from the University of Idaho because she didn't comply with the narratives. And she's the only one locked up. You knowing the demons that she's fighting because you know her. Yeah, she's out of the circle. But you gonna tell me that from all the parents, she's the only one that not just reach out to me for help. Yeah, Kara's very real. She's very, very real. Our respects and our love and support goes out to Kara. Kara came to me looking for help. She said, Jrod, that's my daughter. Jrod, that's my daughter at the grub truck. She also tell me, but why, Jrod? I'm like, they're hiding the timeline. They're hiding the timeline. They're utilizing a Olivia Goncalves timeline that was made by cell phone data. One second, guys. When she told me that, I understood what was my mission in this case. I talked to Brett Payne, man. Big shout out to him, but Dylan Mortensen said I was on the first floor, slept through it. We woke up, text them, they didn't answer. We called some friends over. They probably called Ethan's brother and sister too. I believe that they were at the house way before the cops got called. I believe that. Not confirmed. Not confirmed. But I believe that they were there. If all these other people were there, that was their brother. They were there. Yeah, no, I know. Nothing half-ass. I appreciate you though. I'm not gonna make it too long. I think I'm gonna stay within the 3 hours. I'm gonna give you another half hour. Thank you for being here. Very much appreciated. Love you too, Joanne. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being here, listening to the conversation. They let her change the narrative from being in the first floor and all these other shit that they said. Oh no, scratch all that. Now I'm on the second floor, hearing and seeing someone. Why the change? How can Moscow PD allow that change? Did Moscow PD realize that he was a content creator that told them exactly what they're not doing? And they realized that they busted and all shit. Now we really have to like switch things around because this is don't fit. Because I told him that Olivia Goncalves timeline don't fit. I told him. Oh, you don't want to know all the things, the conversations that we had. You let Dylan Morrison change her narrative, her alibi, actually, fucking narrative, an alibi. They're saying the wrong alibi might get you locked up. But you literally, from being on the first floor, that you needed the Bethany Funk for your alibi, to confirm your alibi. Bethany Funk said, "Hell no, leave me the fuck alone. I don't know what you're talking. I'm living today, and hopefully I don't ever see you again." Bethany knows. All it. They all know what happened there. They all know what happened and who did it and why they did it. They know. They know. Wanna act like they don't? They know. The problem here is how they gonna prove if Kohberger is so guilty. How they gonna prove someone that they know didn't have nothing to do with nothing? Because all that DNA in the sheath, that don't work. You have two other DNAs within the vicinity and you ignore those DNAs. You ignore the inner circle. Listen, let's be clear. If this ever gets to trial, soon as I'm Taylor, how can you have my defendant, my client here in court? Where's the investigation of the inner circle? Yeah. You it's tough for you to bring any proof that Kohberger killed these victims. Like, it's tough for you to bring a proper discovery to Ann Taylor to start the show. Just think about that for a second. If you were so in a rush to go and get Kohberger in Pennsylvania, why you're not in a rush to get things going? How come that you arrest someone and a year after you arrest someone, their lawyers still don't have anything on her possession? They will give her the merits to fight for her defendant. Have y'all ever thought that she just filling up blanks, like she just filling up space and time? Have y'all ever thought that she just putting things on a transcript? She's exercising her representation duties for what she has available from prosecution. Because you need to understand what Ann Taylor has right now on her possession, far as a discovery goes. She had not spoken not once about mitigation, and she had the lady already working on mitigation. But Ann Taylor has not spoke about taking a plea or anything like that, because how can she advise her client to take a plea when the state don't have nothing? If the state had anything against Kohberger, they would have already gave that discovery long time ago. I'm telling you right now, they were so fast to arrest Kohberger, but then so slow to prosecute him. Just make that make sense for you at home. Please make sure to try to see if that makes sense to you. In court, and Taylor will say, how can you have this bunch of nothing against my client, but you don't even have an investigation from the inner circle? How can you forget the DNA, forget the Helantra, forget Dylan Mortensen? How can you, even if Bryan Kohberger was working for them, because again, he could be total innocent, like not working for the state to cover the shit out and all like that. They just picked them, grab them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep giving him the benefit of the doubt for now. But the reality is, how can you have any type of investigation for Bryan Kohberger, but right now is nothing, is no paperwork, is no reports, is no body cam footage or interrogation footage? Moscow PD did not investigate the inner circle of friends, family members, or whatnot. They did. They try to keep everyone that it has to do with the University of Idaho on the hush hush and just protect it. And let's look for a guy that let's just look for someone that is outside of the circle, or outside of the circle, wanting to be in the circle, that we could utilize, pay his life out, and just to protect the bag. Because again, we believe that the killing happened due to events that happened that night. Yeah, using the outsider will keep the focus away from the within. How can we have this such a case in our hands and people still don't see what's going on? I wonder people's not intelligence. I'm not wondering about people's intelligence. I'm wondering about people common sense, and if they have developed that skill of listening to information and then process it. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad the value of life for some people. They're such a psychos, sociopaths. They numb to feelings. They numb to guilty trip. They numb to, even though if they know that are doing something bad, they just don't care. Because that's what it needs to be done, at least in their world. We believe that this killing happened due to events that were boiling already before that night. But that night was the perfect storm for this killing to happen. The reason why I believe that the target that started everything was Kiely, because if they don't get Kiely there at that time, they wouldn't be able to get her never. Because anywhere else that they tried to get her, they would not have the control and power of the University of Idaho to protect them. So it was time to act now. It's either now or never for that person to do so. Yeah. It was things boiling. It was a separation between Kiely and Jack Decor. It was a separation there. It was a dog that could be taken as a child. If you know, some people be like, oh, that's our child, that's our child. Some people mentally could actually forget about reality, and they don't see that that's actually not your child, that's a dog. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like inviting her back, and and she just went there because she wanted to show her vehicle to Maddie, and then just stayed it for the rest of the night, staying over for the rest of the night. Because allegedly that's all the only reason why she went there, just to show the vehicle to Maddie. So somehow she ended up staying instead of coming to show the vehicle and go back home. Something happened when she got there to the house that she stayed. She thought that everything was cool, and she stayed instead of going home after she showed the vehicle to her best friend. Instead of just showing the vehicle to her and turn right back home, I believe that knowing that she was leaving soon, but at least that night, next morning, she was leaving the area for good. Whatever reasons she had, she couldn't deal with Jack Decor. Just think about it. You're gonna think about it for a second. You're gonna break up with your boyfriend for no reason, that you just broke up with him. You didn't give him no reason for it. Now you found a job far away. Now you found a job far away. You did not just broke up with him for no reason. You just picked up and left. Do you know how traumatic could be for a man when the female that you love the most, besides your mother, just up and go with no answers? She wanted out. Broke up with him, gave him no reason. Kaylee's mom told you that. Kaylee's mom told you, well, she was just being a brat. But they were supposed to get back together and get married. Don't you think that makes it even worse? That someone left you for no reason, apparently just left you. Oh, but it's a chance that, you know what I'm saying, we'll get back together, you know what I'm saying, at some point. But then while within a break, because she broke up with you for apparently no reason, but within that break, that you're supposed to get back together to get married, something happened within that break. 9 times out of 10, when a girl left you like that, 9 times out of 10, she wanna get in bed with someone else. This is just reality. When a girl leave you and you didn't do nothing and she just up and left, 9 times out of 10, she got somebody else. And before she sleep with this person, she'd rather to break up with you and break your heart instead of cheating on you. Some girls that they will do that. You know what I mean? So she left you for no reason. Now she up and going to Texas and taking your dog. Or did she tell you that you needed to take care of the dog and you didn't want her to take care of the dog? And you want to force her to take care of the dog? Oh, you know what I mean? It is possibilities galore. But the inner circle got more motives to kill than Bryan Kohberger. She broke up with you. They're supposed to get back together. But then now she's living. She's up and going to some other state and taking your dog with her. Saying like, dude, I don't know what you're thinking and I don't know what your plans, but I'm the fuck out of here. Fuck your feelings. But he knows, oh, we're supposed to get back together and get married and shit. But he knows that while she's somewhere else in Texas, she gonna do her. She gonna do what she do. Just think about it. A female that just leave you for no reason, up and go, and then her own mom said like, yeah, she was being a brat. So her mom is confirming that Kiely left Jack the Core for no reason. Not every man could handle that the same way. Some men will handle that in the same way that if their own mother would have left them. For some guys, their beloved one, when they leave and they break up with them, it's like they take it hard. It's some guys that don't know how to take abandonment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, break up with you, didn't tell you why, didn't care obviously about how you felt about it. And the mom confirmed it. Not every guy could take a loss like that. Word on the street is that Maddie and Show Walker had a very toxic relationship. Show Walker very possessive and stuff like that. Maddie got inside of a car and left him behind while they laughing at him. Will that be enough for Jack D and Show Walker due to that they buddies be mad at their girlfriends at the same day at the same time for the same reasons, and both of y'all motherfuckers weak as fuck, can't take an L. Hold on, this camera. Can't take an L. Then the same night, Ethan had a fight in the fraternity house. Inside, like within the premises of the fraternity home. It depends who you fight within your fraternity. It depends if that will become a life or death matter. But it depends how high they are within the fraternity, farther as they're ranked. If he's a beloved within the ranks, a beloved within the fraternity is one of those special ones, whitelisted. And if Loach was one of those beloved within the dark side of the fraternity, that could have become a life or death situation also, with plenty soldiers to do the job, because every single frat boy will kill for the fraternity if they have to. That's their way to show loyalty and move up within the ranks, because the more they could trust you, the more reliable you are for them. Because if, for example, if they have something against you, you kill someone. Okay, so they're gonna help you get away with it. But due to that you own that to them, they will do with you their way and whatever they want with you. And believe me, that's not nothing nice when someone forces you to do things that you don't want to do just because you own them a favor that it saves you from a death penalty, or from you and save them at the same time, because due to the you are part of their club, you being the killer and you part of the club, that will get them expelled from the university. And Steve Mackay was already red listed. And Birdie told me that if Steve Mackay had one more incident or any one of their members did something fucked up, the whole Sigma Chi was out. And you know that's not even convenient. That's not convenient for the college, because if they lose a Sigma Chi, you know how much people Sigma Chi bring to the ranks, brings to the University of Idaho. You know how much money they bring to the table, doing recruiting, bringing their programs to the table. I just wonder, like sometimes, like is it people that didn't pay attention to the details in the beginning? What is it? Is it that people didn't pay attention to the details within the information? That they don't know that Dylan Mortensen already changed her narrative, her 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 alibi once, and Moscow PD let her do it, so obviously they in it. Actually, they needed that to go with outside of the inner circle. This is just very, very easy things to think about. And I know we were supposed to like go